Welcome back, folks, to the Cartridge Cowboys. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Travis. And we're back at it again here in a brand new studio. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm really pumped about the new studio. I think we're going to get a lot of things done. And I love the setup here, man. I mean, I'm just getting so many vibes. There's stuff behind the camera here that, man, just so much cool memorabilia you have in here, Travis.
Oh, well, thanks, man. Yeah, I've been, on my travels across the seas in Japan. I got a lot
Yeah.
of stuff like the Famicom with the disc system.
There's a Famicom disc system behind the camera.
I got the NES action set
Oh, yeah.
inbox.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's looking good. I was finally able to get everything out of storage once I moved in here, and I was able to build us this beautiful studio, and I'm excited to do some more YouTubing with you.
Yeah. I mean, we've got Thunder Spirits over here on the Super Nintendo coming out of a CRT, and you've got X-Men versus Street Fighter, a game that I need to get on the Saturn. I have X-Men Children of the Atom, which is
nice.
kind of a sister game. If people don't know, there's like a whole series of Capcom greatness of 2D fighters on the Saturn, and that's one of them over there, man. What a cool setup.
Nice.
What a
Well,
cool
it
setup.
actually also has Children of Atom on here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it does. And Marvel vs. Capcom, and then Apocalypse, Mutant Apocalypse is
Okay.
on there. So it's got a few games on there. And actually, Thunder Force you gave me.
Yeah, Thunder Spirits,
Thunder Spirits.
which is the SNES version of Thunder Force 3, which is one of my favorite Genesis games. And this is, I don't know, it's really a port of Thunder Force AC, and I'm not going to get into all that.
Yeah.
But I figured I'd gift you a shmup because I like the shmups, and
Yeah.
people like the clown on the SNES shmups, but I like them. I've been playing UN Squadron
Classic.
and Raid and Trad.
Nice.
Those are really good shmups on the SNES. Really cool to have one running here, man, in the new studio.
Yeah, let's go. And speaking of new studio, we're talking about a new video, and we're going to be talking about games that you and me just completed.
Yeah, I think this should be like a fun series that we could do where we talk about, hey, once a month, hey, what'd you beat this month? Let's kind of recap some of that. And do you want to talk about what you did?
I'll get started, man. Well, I just today I finished Final Fantasy 1.
One.
The first one, and I did not do it on NES.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I actually did it on my PS5 on that Pixel Remaster collection.
Okay.
We did, the New Year's resolutions video, and I was looking at my resolutions whenever I was editing it, hearing it, and I was like, the one thing I missed out on and what I'd really like to do is platinum 1 through 6 of Final Fantasy. Platinum. And I am one trophy away from platinuming it, and I think I'm going to do it tonight once you leave. I just got 4 more monsters to beat in the Beastarity.
Okay.
And then that one's platinumed. I'm ready to go number 2.
The Beastarity.
Yeah.
Is this like a training gym?
No, so it's like all the different like monsters in the game. I think that's a total of like 175 monsters.
Okay.
And that includes your bosses that you beat.
Okay.
But I'm just missing 4. And it's just small things like, some sort of worm that's in a river. I got
like a random encounter.
Yeah, random encounter.
So, yeah, similar to a Pokemon Pokedex, you
Yep.
need to complete, I've beaten all the monsters.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm just missing 4. Shouldn't take me too terribly long, so I should have that one platinum tonight. That way I could go ahead and get started on Final Fantasy 2.
Man.
Yeah.
Now, is that the same Final Fantasy 2 that we got here on the Super Nintendo?
No, it is not.
Okay.
No, it is
I was
not.
about to say, that's actually 4.
That is actually 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and that one's, Super Nintendo. Final Fantasy 2 is another NES title.
Okay.
They did 1, 2, and 3 on the NES, and then 4, 5, and 6 on the Super Famicom, I guess.
That is Super Famicom.
Nintendo. But no, man, Final Fantasy 1 was a great game. I put about like 19 hours into it so far, so it
Okay.
wasn't too bad,
Yeah.
You get to choose who you want to start with. You
Okay.
get a bunch of different classes. And I went ahead and went with a warrior, a monk, a red mage, and a white mage. The red mage is able to do, black spells and white spells. It's also a pretty decent fighter. While the monk, you don't even give it any equipment. It's just bare-fisted, and it's like one of the strongest characters
Really?
in the game.
And he doesn't have magic powers as a monk?
No magic powers.
Oh, wow.
No equipment, no nothing. And I think it was a glitch in the early game that they just left in it, and that's how people like to do it. But he was like my strongest character. And the warrior was T. Wilkes, named after me, of course.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I actually really didn't like about it was the white mage. I feel like I didn't need to heal that much in this game. And if I did, I had the potions and stuff. So if I ever run it back, I'm going to do it without a white mage. It's just helpful in the beginning of the game. But I was able to get going pretty fast, and he became pretty much a useless character. Except for using Holy, where I was able to kill a bunch of undead guys at once.
And the white mage is really good for just healing powers.
Yeah, but like I say, you don't really need that. Like before halfway through the game, you don't really need them. So it's kind of a wasted character slot.
Okay.
But what was cool about it was the kingdom is actually called Cornelia, just like in Star Fox.
It's Corneria in Star Fox.
Oh man,
yeah,
I'm in tripping.
Cornelia, like Cornwallis from the Revolution.
Yeah. The revolution is here. It will be televised.
The revolution is here. Yeah, revolution is my name. Shout out Pantera.
Yes. Man, I did. That's funny. I've been calling it Cornelius like the whole game. Thing. I was like, oh, that's funny. Star Fox.
So turn-based RPG. One of this is the kind of original turn-based.
Yeah,
RPG.
This is like the first one that wasn't for PCs.
Okay.
And the PC ones, is all almost like a text adventure. You're having to type whatever you want. This is really the first encounter-wise RPG that we all know today that we all love. Well, some of us love. You still need to try it out a little bit.
I need to try it out a little bit. I played Pokemon Gold and Blue last year, if those count.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I do own Phantasy Star 4, and I've gotten pretty far in Phantasy Star 4, so maybe I need to just finish it out.
Yeah, that's one that I actually really want to do this year, especially since it's a Sega title, and I've been trying, as a Nintendo fanboy, really been trying to get more into the Genesis, as we've been talking about for the past 6-7 months now.
And that's a Genesis game that you can save.
Oh, I like that.
So there's that. That's like
Nice.
that's a new thing.
Yeah, but just to give you like a little brief overview of what the game is, you start off as 4 warriors that you get to pick, and you get to be known as the Warriors of Light. You're in this kingdom, Cornelia, and you sent off to save a princess named Sarah, which we all know Sarah, and she is a princess. But you go out there, you save her, and it turns out like her dad, the king, is Garland, is like the bad guy in the game.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so you kill him, and then you
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's all right. This game's what 40 years old.
Yeah.
But no, so you go off and you have to light up the crystals, and they're all elemental based. And to light those up, you got to go through different, dungeon crawlers and stuff. And all the bad guys are based off of that crystal's element. So you got like a water guy, a snow, thunder, fire kind of thing.
Good types.
Yeah, exactly. It is a lot like Pokemon like that. But then, once you defeat all of them, you actually time travel.
Nice.
2,000 years. And then Garland.
2,000 years.
2,000 years.
Not 20 years.
No.
2,000 years, like from now to like Rome.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you go all the way back just to fight Garland again, who becomes Chaos.
Ooh.
Yeah. And not Chaos from Sonic.
I was about to say he doesn't turn into a giant water alligator, does he? Okay.
But there are water alligators in the game.
Oh man.
But but it was a fun game. You get weapons like Excalibur, which I thought was kind of cool.
Very cool. Represent King Arthur.
Lord knows.
Yep.
And there is a lot of that lore into this game, actually. There's gnomes, there's giants.
It's a high fantasy game.
Final Fantasy.
Final. It's the final. Well, we learned that it actually was not the Final Fantasy, as
Yeah.
there would be I don't know, are they on like the 14th game?
I think the 16th.
16th
Yeah,
game.
16th or 18th. I don't know. And that's not including all the spin-offs. But,
Or the Mystic Quest.
Yeah, or Mystic Quest. But, they actually called it Final Fantasy because Square was actually about to go under. And this was their last game. This was their last try to be a successful company. And that's why they called it Final Fantasy.
Wow.
That might have been their final attempt. So
Wow.
I always thought that was kind of cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it was a great game. I think if I played it on the NES, it would have been a little bit more difficult than doing it on the PS5, on the Pixel Remaster. But I really like how they do the Pixel Remasters. They really bump up the music, and you can either do it where it's just like the 8-bit, or it could be a full orchestra soundtrack while you're playing.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty lit.
And the graphics are kind of a little rehaul.
Yeah, a little bit rehauled, but it's still all pixels and everything. It looks really, really good.
Okay.
And I honestly really enjoyed it. I would play this one again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that sounds really cool. And I haven't dove into RPGs, but just the NES in general. I mean, so many cool titles and so many great things. The Nintendo, I like calling it just the Nintendo, was doing at the time. I mean, obviously groundbreaking stuff with platformers and setting the scene for the whole industry. But throwing these, like you said, PCs were where RPGs were at.
Yeah.
Now you have RPG at the house.
Yeah, you know it's crazy is the big revolution for it is really the D-pad.
Oh yeah.
And I ain't talking about the D-pad.
Our favorite store.
Lord
we're talking
knows.
about
New Braunfels, Texas.
Yeah, we're talking about, and not this.
Nah,
this is not a
either.
D-pad.
No, that just classic. That was a game changer for RPGs.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I beat so far this month, along with a couple others. But that was the main one. What did you get to this month?
Oh man. Well, before we move on, I will like to shout out to the Final Fantasy community out there. There's so many games, and I know you've played a lot of these Final Fantasy games as of late. I mean, I say as of late, the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done 6. You did 8.
9.
9.
6, 9, 10. I started the newest one, which is 16, I believe, and wasn't really my thing. It's more of like a action RPG. It wasn't like turn-based at all, and it was really just watching a movie the entire time, and it wasn't a very good movie. It wasn't like playing a game. You maybe get to play for like 3 minutes, and then you get sucked into another 20-minute cutscene, and it just that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to play a game,
Right.
But,
right.
And then I did play a little bit of Mystic Quest, but it was babied down to where I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. So, like I said, my goal is to do 1 through 6 this year, platinum it. I do need to get to 7, and I did get 7 remake this year for Christmas. So,
and that's the remake. That's not the OG with just there's new gameplay elements and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so the new one, the remake, is literally like the first 2 or 3 hours of Final Fantasy VII. They just extended it to like a 40-hour thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it. I guess I'll find out. But I also haven't played 7.
It's not even the whole game.
No, it's a trilogy.
They're gonna have Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
No, that's already out.
Oh, that's already out.
That's out.
Oh
so
my
we're just waiting on 3. But I haven't started on that yet.
Holy moly.
Yeah, and like I said, I haven't even done the original 7. I've tried, but I think I've said it before. Those PS1 pixelated, it just like gives me like a stomach ache. It's almost like motion sickness playing some of that. So I've really struggled to try to play the greatest Final Fantasy.
People say,
yeah,
but you know that it's really 3/6.
Lord knows it is 3/.
So, but here's my question for you and the comment section is, I am a PS2 owner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that opens up a huge swath of Final Fantasy games. What do I need to get on? 10?
Yeah, I would say 10. 10 was really good,
okay,
except for one dungeon. And I think y'all will know, I legit could not figure it out. I had to look it up, and I don't understand how you'd figure it out at all. But there's this puzzle area where, I'll put it on the screen, but you had to go and move things around, and it really tells you nothing. It makes no damn sense to me.
well, then maybe I need to do 11.
Yeah.
Well, how many? I mean, I'll just look it up.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
just look
10-2.
10-2.
10-2.
10-2.
On the PS2, and you're
Not 11.
No.
10-2.
10-2, and you're just playing as the baddies. Just baddies.
Baddies as in evil characters or as good-looking ladies?
Good-looking ladies,
Okay,
my
okay,
favorite.
okay.
But I've heard some weird stuff about it, but I do want to try that one as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Maybe that could be part of my PS2 thing.
hell yeah.
Get on some of that. Yeah, what did I play through in January? Well, we talked about it at the New Year's episode a few episodes back where we talked about things that were on our backlog, things we need to finish. Well, I did end up finishing The Legend of Zelda and the Oracle of Ages.
Oh, man, finally.
Man, I know. I had been playing that periodically throughout 2025, and I recently got a new job, but at my last job, I was working on the road a lot. And I had mentioned in the past where I had gotten, a mini console and took it with me, and I would always try to game on the road in the hotel room, wherever I was at. And so I got a Game Boy Color, and that was cool because I could have some official hardware on the road, right? Yeah, the mini console's official, but I'm running it through an HDMI TV. Having that real Game Boy screen, I'm like, man, this is the real deal.
Yeah.
So I was really enjoying Oracle of Ages, but it's an extremely confusing game. And, it has a sister game, which we've talked about before, but Oracle of Seasons, which I had as a kid. So my whole thing was like, well, I'll play through Ages. I've played Seasons. I want to play Ages. And it's the puzzle heavy of the two. Seasons is the action heavy. Ages is the puzzle heavy. And that can't be stressed enough. Because I got so confused on this game. God dang, man. It's a time traveling game where you got to travel back in time and travel forward in time. Not 2,000 years. It is a bit of a gap. Maybe like 300 years.
Okay.
400 years. Okay. Something like that.
Nice.
And you do have a lot of cool NPC interactions with the town, but that's what a lot of the stuff you've got to remember. You need to have a piece of paper and you need to write down, oh, this person told me this. I need to go talk to them in the past or their grandpa in the past.
Yeah.
So this game, you have a harp instead of an ocarina.
Okay.
And it is kind of supposed to reflect those N64 games. And we'll get to that because there's a lot of callbacks to Ocarina and Majora's, which I really like in these Seasons and Ages game. Like of course, the appearance of our favorite Zelda character.
Oh, yeah?
Tingle.
My man.
Oh my god! So yeah, Tingle is in Oracle of Ages.
Nice. Is that his first appearance?
I think Majora's is his first appearance.
Okay.
But these Song of Storms and the guy doing that, he's in Oracle of Seasons. Where do I even begin with this game? So you start off with this, the Harp of Time or the Harp of Ages, and originally there's just these little pads. And they're spread out everywhere.
Yeah.
And you can activate the pads pretty much from the get-go. I mean, you have to do some mini dungeon stuff at the start. There's some cut scenes. And really cool artwork, and I think something that pushes the Game Boy Color to the brink on graphics. I mean, some of these cut scenes, I feel like I'm watching like a cartoon. I mean, it looks really good for some 8-bit stuff. It really does. And they went all in with the music. I mean, all of the just kind of Zelda tunes you're used to, and I mean, all that stuff's in there.
Nice.
But you start off unlocking these pads, right? The pads are locked off. If you can find the pad, you can use the harp, and then you can access the past, right? And then you can go back to the past, right?
Is it a Link to the Past?
It is very similar to A Link to the Past, but this is a much harder game, I would say.
Okay.
But if you like Link to the Past, you will like this because it's very much inspired by that. But so yeah, first you have the pads, and then you can upgrade to where, okay, I don't have to use the pads anymore. Maybe like somewhere down the line, like 2 or 3 dungeons in, you get like a new harp song or new harp, and then you can automatically go forward in time.
Oh, nice.
Or automatically go backwards. I can't tell you which one, but you can go one way, but just one way. And then you come back to that portal, and you can go back to where you were. But you got to use that portal, and you can only go one-way travel. And then towards the end of the game, for like the 7th and 8th and final dungeons, you can go both ways. So that slowly gets easier, and I think that's part of like the charm of Zelda is the games. They can be kind of confusing, but the more items you get, you kind of start figuring out how to interact with the world. But it's really stressed in this game to the point of madness. This game is maddening. I'm trying to sit here and be like, man, I love this game. This is fucking awesome. This is an awesome game. Man, this game is maddening. This game is maddening. I'm going to the past, right? There's a guy that he has like a raft, right? Okay, like the whole idea is like you can't swim yet because you don't have the flippers yet. So you need to get on the water. You need to figure something out. But you don't even know this, right? You don't even know that you need to go into the water to do all this stuff. But what you need to do is you've got to go talk to this one guy, and then you got to go to the future and talk to some other guy, and then he gives you a hint. Now, you're supposed to write all this down, but to me, I'm just like, whatever. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. And then you get some rope, right? And then you get the rope, and then you go travel in time and go back to the water, and then you give this guy the rope, and then you got to go back to the future. And then eventually, through all of these trading sequences and BS, this guy makes a raft. And then you can get on the raft, and then you can go do whatever you were supposed to do. But it might take you like, I don't know, hours to even figure out that you needed a raft and that the string was for building the raft and that you needed to go talk to the raft guy. And so I got caught up on this raft thing, and I'm like, I don't know idea where the hell I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. This happens over and over and over again in this game, and it's actually like exacerbated by the idea that all of the dungeons need keys to open them. So even if you found the dungeon, I can't go in. I don't have the key. Where's the key? I don't know. Maybe I need to go talk to the Gorons and do a bunch of dancing, because that's what you do in this game. You need to get the key to this one thing. But guess what? The Gorons love dancing, and you've got to go do a dance game with them. You've got to go do like some like before Guitar Hero like rhythm, like left, right, left, up, left, right. And it's really hard. You have to like do it on the bleep, the bleep, and you're gonna mess up. You're gonna fail like a bunch of times. But the thing is, you don't know why you're dancing. You don't know. You just know that you need to do the dancing thing with the Gorons. But that's not it. This doesn't end there. You have to do the dancing to gain like the trust of the Goron Elder, right? The Goron Elder in Majora's Mask, and you get to turn into him, and he's a ghost. And then in the Ocarina of Time, the Goron Elder, you have to like open his thing. And so, you have to gain the trust of the Goron Elder by dancing. But then you got to go back to the past and dance for the Gorons in the past. And their dance is harder. The first one was just a warm up. It was just you messing around. Now you really dancing. Now you really dancing with these Gorons when you go back.
Are you listening to some Bee Gees? You shouldn't be dancing, yeah. But man, I'll tell you what, to gain trust by dancing, I know the people I have dance for me, I don't trust them because they're taking my money.
Yeah, they're taking my money. Yeah. Anyway, I don't mean to completely hog the show. I was just kind of talk. Okay.
That's so funny, dude. Friggin'. So it sounds like just a fetch quest the entire time, but you're time traveling fetch questing. Yes. But you don't really know what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds awful. Did you enjoy the game?
Oh, I mean, yeah. It's a Zelda game, and so you get all like, you get all nostalgia with it. You're like, oh, I know that song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna cut these bad guys up and all that. But then you get into it. But then you really learn what Oracle of Ages is all about. It's trapping you. It's like, yeah, I'm a good game. I'm Zelda. I'm like the greatest series of all time. Like it's Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past, Breath of the Wild. It's me. It's me, Zelda, the game that you love to play. And then you realize that you're on a time traveling fetch quest to get the keys to the dungeon. And you've got to talk to the Zoras. You thought we were done with the Gorons? We ain't even got the flippers yet, and don't even get me started on the underwater crap in this game.
Oh, no.
You know about water levels.
I do.
And this game is loaded with so much. We already talked about the raft, and the raft is the least of your problems when it comes to water crap in this game. I mean, you've got the flippers, and that unlocks like. And this is why this game is so maddening, right? Okay, let's just bring it back. Legend of Zelda 1, extremely cryptic game.
Yeah.
And you've got to explore the overworld, and you got to learn every little nook and cranny in that overworld. And then Link to the Past is like, yeah, well, now there's a dark world, and you got to learn the dark world too. And that everyone loves that. Same thing happens to Ocarina of Time. It's two worlds.
Yeah.
We love the two worlds. But when you get the flippers, you kind of get a third world because now everything underwater is like its own thing.
Oh no!
And I'm talking both side-scrolling water levels and top-down. So just the map, you like push B, now you're underwater. Now you're underwater in the map. So anyway, I do like this game, but it was troubling, and it took most of 2025 and a month of 2026 to get through. And yeah, you time travel through the world of Labyrinth. Labyrinth. And there's an evil Queen Ambi in the past, and then the girl who is the Oracle of Ages, I believe her name is whatever her name is.
Nehru. Most of their names.
I believe it's Nehru.
Oh, Nehru. No kidding.
Nehru, yeah.
Isn't she she's another prominent character in the series.
Oh, really? She comes
Yeah.
back?
I think so.
Okay.
Isn't that the little girl's name in Ocarina of Time?
From the branch?
Like, no, whenever you're Lord Jabu Jabu and you're having to say that girl, isn't her name Nehru?
Yeah, but there's Zoras in this game.
Yeah.
And she's not a Zora.
Oh,
It's
okay,
just
okay.
it's a human person with blue hair.
I must be tripping.
Yeah, well, we always are.
Lord
But
knows.
yeah, so Nehru gets possessed by the evil Varen. So there's like an evil ghost that possesses, I believe, both Queen Ambi and Nehru, and tries to take over the world by jumping, to the past and the future and controlling the royal court as like a phantom ghost thing.
Okay.
And so you've got to like free Nehru, who's your friend, of being possessed by this evil force called Varen. But really, who cares about? I don't have time for the story in this game. This game is so crazy. I don't have time to listen to what. Oh, the story. This is a good break in the action because I'd have been getting confused for hours.
Also, I haven't heard you other than the name. Is Zelda even in this game?
Zelda's not in this game.
She's not. So it's not a legend of her.
It's a legend of Nehru.
Yeah,
it's not a legend of Zelda.
Okay, that's already messed up, man. What about in Seasons? Well, yeah, Seasons.
No,
Is she in there?
Seasons. There's like a red-haired princess. So this has a blue-haired princess.
Well, I was thinking about trying this game since you've been talking about it. There's no way in hell I'm trying it now.
It's so awesome. This game is so awesome. I mean, seriously, and I'm trying to play through Majora's Mask now. Since I beat this, I was like, I'm just going to do a bunch of Zelda this year. Like, maybe I'll just do that.
Yeah.
And Majora's Mask is pretty confusing. I don't know where to get a bunch of the masks, and I'm kind of trying to do that. I'm good. I could probably just beat the story.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of already have all the regular masks to morph into the guys. But I want to, this game makes that game look regular. This game is crazy, man. I cannot stress enough how crazy. Imagine being a kid playing this game.
Well,
I can't imagine playing
yeah.
this game as a kid. My neighbor had this game, and I had Seasons. But holy moly, what else? What else do we want to talk about? The Maku tree is kind of like the Deku tree.
Yeah.
There's like a Maku tree, and that's kind of like if you forget where you're going, which you will do.
Yeah.
The whole time. And so you go to the Maku tree and you're like, Maku tree, I've been dancing for these go-rons. I've been trying to feed. Jabu Jabu's belly is in this, so you do have to feed Jabu Jabu a fish.
Always.
And you have to talk to the Zoras and everything. But yeah, Maku tree. I'm talking to Zoras. I'm talking to the go-rons. I'm traveling through time. What's going on? Help me. And then Maku Tree gives you a BS answer about where you're supposed to go. It's like, I already knew that. I don't know why I asked you anything.
Dude, I get that. In the Final Fantasy 1 game, they tell you, oh, there's this dancing girl that's in the main town where you start at. If you get lost, go to her. Well, halfway through the game, she just stops telling you anything.
Ooh.
She has nothing to tell you, so you got to write it down, figure it out. I had to write down stuff also, and yeah, that gets frustrating. But the real question I really want to ask you is,
okay,
did you look up the code so you could beat Ganon? I know you get a code at the end of the game that you're supposed to add to ages or seasons. I think you had to have each other's codes So you could beat Ganon, correct?
So this is what happened, and I can wrap it up with this because I've shared enough about this game. Uh, the code, I do have the code. I do
Yeah.
have the code, and I do have seasons, but I need to beat seasons to get seasons code. When I beat this game, it gives you the code.
Yeah,
It's
did you
like,
write it
here,
down?
I wrote it down, and I took a picture.
Nice.
So yeah, no, I beat it, and they gave me the code, and yeah, when you beat both games, you can use the code or link them together. And then there's an extra dungeon where you play Ganon and some other stuff. So I should check that out. I should probably play seasons pretty quick and get to that. But one thing about this game is I did a wooden sword run.
I forgot you told me that. I forgot you said
I
that.
beat this whole game with the L1 level 1 sword because this game is so confusing. I didn't find the other sword. Because guess what? Go and find out. It's through a trading sequence.
Some more fetch quests.
Some more fetch quest stuff. Of course, you would never know this. It's never like, oh, hey, go. This guy's a blacksmith. Maybe you can go talk to him and he can, tune up your sword like the other games do. So I'm running around looking for a sword guy. And I'm like, I don't know where's the next. I know there's another sword because all the other weapons have other levels. There's a level 2 shield. There's a level 2 hook shot. There's level 2 everything. I'm like, where's the level 2 sword? I don't know. Come to find out, it's in a fetch quest. I did some of the trading, but I was at the end of the game. It's like I'm at the last dungeon here. Like I can waste my time running around the overworld in 2 different time zones, or I can just bully through and finally beat the final boss. And I sent you a picture. I had half a heart, and on a whim somehow, because it was hard. It was hard with a wooden sword, And this boss had 3 forms. It was one of those deals where you beat it, and then she's like, pretty much goes full Frieza on you. This is my final form. Whatever. You know what I mean? This is my final form,
But it's not.
But it's not. And so then you beat the final form and the castle is like crumbling and it's like, we got to get out of here. It's just like Ocarina of Time. The castle is crumbling down. We got to leave. And then as you're trying to leave the crumbling castle, just kidding. And one of those hands, those hands where if you don't look or you don't pay attention, you'll get scooped up by that hand. The hand gets you and drops you into the final boss fight, which she transforms into a spider, a giant bee, and a turtle.
So not just final form, but 3 more forms.
Right, in the final form, she morphs into 3 other forms.
That's ridiculous, dog. I'm never playing this game.
Oracle of Ages defeated right here with the wooden sword run, baby.
Let's go.
Let's freaking go.
All right, so if you were to rate it 1 out of 5 wooden swords, what would it be?
Oh, you talking about
like 1 out of 5? 1 out of 5 wooden swords.
1 out of 5 wooden swords. Oh, how many wooden swords am I ranking this with? Probably like 3.
3.
Probably 3. Or
that's a pretty dang good score for somebody who's just complained about it for the past 10 minutes.
I mean, it's a Zelda game.
Yeah, for the music.
Yeah, for the music and the graphics. Also, I don't want to get started on this dungeon crap, man. I mean, some of these dungeons have 2 time zones. So you got to do half the dungeon. Oh, the other half the dungeon's in the past.
Nope.
How are you supposed to know that? I don't know. Leave the dungeon and warp back, I guess, and then I don't know. I guess 3 out of 5 wooden swords, maybe 65 out of 100 wooden swords. This is the only game I beat in a long time where I was like, thank God that's over. I really felt that, and it's playing the credits, and it's like Legend of Zelda, your Oracle of it, and there's all these cartoon scenes where all the guys are dancing, and the blue-haired princess is like, Link, you're the best, Link. Oh, all this stuff.
Dang.
I was like,
3 out of 5 wooden swords. Well, for Final Fantasy 1, I'd give it, I'd say 4 out of 5 crystals.
4 out of 5 crystals.
4 out of 5 crystals. Okay. Really enjoyed it. I'd play it again. I'd suggest you pick it up on the NES. I thought it was a great game.
Yeah, I have a Nintendo. I could pick it up.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Like I said, I even think it's a little easier on the NES. I know that they kind of make the last boss on the Pixel Remaster a little bit stronger. So,
Okay,
yeah.
but you mentioned earlier getting through the game would be harder on the
I
NES.
think so. I'm not
Like the final
100%
boss.
since I never did it,
Okay.
but from what I understand, I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit more cryptic, especially with the Pixel Remasters. It's like a true translation from the Japanese, gameplay. And
right.
then with the old school, they would have just some American dude do it, and you only had so much text box, but there's so many more words in the English language that you had to explain. That's off of just a couple. What do you call that? Kanji,
Right.
kanji.
Symbols.
Yeah, like a little kanji could explain like 2 sentences almost.
Oh,
Whenever you're having to fill that in. So that's kind of what I understand. But I've heard really good things playing it through the NES. Maybe I'll do that one of these days. But for now, I could go to Final Fantasy 2. So what? I'm going to Final Fantasy 2. You're doing Majora's Mask.
I've already gotten pretty far in Majora's Mask.
Nice.
I've beaten 2 out of the 4 dungeons.
Nice.
And I've gotten all of the masks you need to morph into guys.
Heck
so to beat the game.
Nice.
Like the Zora one, the Goron one, and the Deku Scrub. Deku Scrub. Which I like Majora's Mask. I like just getting lost in that game. It's a little bit easier game to have fun getting lost in ages.
I would just put on Ocarina because I hate that 3-day cycle. But
it's maddening too. We're gonna. I'm telling you, whenever I beat Majora's, we're gonna sit here and do the same thing. Be like, man, that game crazy, man. But I like it's a very dark game.
It is very
Majora's
dark.
is like an evil game.
It is
I just
dark.
like, oh my god, oh man.
Well, I have no idea what 2's going to be like. I hear that once I get to 3, I hear that one kind of sucks. But we'll see. But not US 3. I would never say that game sucks. But Japanese
the real
Final
3.
Fantasy 3, I hear it sucks. So.
Oh, for real.
But it sounds like we got something coming up, so we could do another one of these episodes where we're talking about what we're beating and what we beat.
Stuff we beat.
I think this is a good start to this series. And
a good kickoff for the new set.
Lord knows, I'm loving the new set. Well, appreciate you. Thanks for helping me celebrate the new house and the new set and everything.
Absolutely. Travis's Super Bowl party was great.
Yeah, it was a great time. So, all right, guys. Well, this is the Cartridge Cowboys, and we will see you next time.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Let's go.